My name's Mike Stancliffe. I'm a development surveyor with Network Rail. I'm based here in York. I'd just like to take you through a few issues just in relation to Network Rail, who we are, what we do, and our involvement in this particular project. Okay. So who's Network Rail? Well, we own and operate the rail infrastructure. Our role is to deliver a safe and reliable railway every day for the 4.5 million people and businesses who rely on it. That's quite a big undertaking, but it is one that we're obviously established to do nationally. Other key area of Network Rail is that we manage and deliver thousands upon thousands of projects every year that form part of the railway upgrade plan. The reason for that is the need to grow and expand the nation's railway network. As I'm sure you're all aware, passenger patronage, particularly on the railway network, has been exponential over the last decade. In recent years, we've had our classification change, so we're now a public company, answerable to the government via the Department for Transport, and we run the day-to-day railway through devolved and geographically based businesses called routes. York Central lies in L&E and East Midlands route, London North East and East Midlands route for those who don't know the acronyms. I work for Network Rail Property. I'm a chartered surveyor. I've been doing this sort of work for the best part of 30 years. But Network Rail Property, we are the commercial property division of Network Rail. So what our role is to use the property assets that the company has to create income for the company, use the expertise that we've got to deliver schemes, such as we hope this one will be, to improve the passenger experience and create great places for people, businesses and communities. The income generated from our assets goes into the railway upgrade plan and minimises the cost for the taxpayer. Development in and around stations, it's been proven by numerous pieces of research, plays a key role in driving economic growth, and that's one of the reasons that we're involved in this scheme. We've also got another objective put on us by government to release underutilised brownfield sites to create land for much needed homes, and that's part of a national objective. So, what do we do? Particular schemes that I get involved in, York is one of them. These are examples of things that we have done and what we do, so you get an idea of the kind of functions that come with the Network Rail property job. This is a site, some of you might know it, it's Wakeford Westgate Station. It's a scheme, previously a site not dissimilar to York, lots of underutilised assets, poor public car parking, all this kind of stuff. So what we've done a scheme with the local authority, with developers, similar to what we're proposing here, and it creates something which is much better. The top picture is a view out of the new Wakefield Westgate Station building. We've created a new piece of cityscape along with the developers and the local authority. The bottom view is the type of new facilities that you can develop and fund from schemes such as York Central. Another example, you'll note on this, because of the audience that I've steered well away from the great examples that we have, like things like King's Cross and the like, but here's one place called Chesterton in North Cambridge North. A lot of similarities to York as a city, but in this case, former railway yard, fragmented ownership. There's a scheme being gone together with developers Brookgate to create a site that you can see there that will be developed out for housing, new offices, new business quarter. That scheme is actually on site. The station, which you can see just to the top of the picture, is actually opened a few months ago. This is another aspect of our scheme. This one's a scheme in Manchester. We've successfully completed a scheme over in Manchester. Again, development of an underutilised station site, land for much needed new homes within the city, helps regenerate and develop a huge part of the Manchester area. So why York Central? This is my last slide, so I'm trying to keep it as short as I can. Well, firstly, we're the major landowner. We have the skills within our organisation to develop and utilise that asset to the best that we can. Part of the reason for doing that is we're supporting the local authority in terms of their economic growth ambitions. We have an objective of placemaking in the towns and cities with the infrastructure that we have. I've already mentioned we've got to provide land for housing to support government objectives. We're looking this scheme, as with a number of schemes, collaborative working with partners, stakeholders, local authorities, businesses and what have you to free up land. Through the schemes we do, we support the route in enhancements for the passenger journey. This particular instance, we're talking about improvements to the station, better access to the station, more parking, more facilities for the station. And then finally, we're a major landowner, we have assets, so we're also part of this to raise funds which then get reinvested back into the rail network. And that's me done. Thank you very much.
Yes.